Hello, faithful. Welcome to a breaking news Move the Chains episode of the First and 10 podcast presented by Cisco. I'm your host, Brianna McDonald, and I'm sitting with Ruben from the Aguilar family on TikTok right after the 49ers 32-19 win over the New York Jets on Monday Night Football. What a game, Ruben. How are you feeling after the first win of the 2024 season?
Man, it feels good for us to have won tonight. I'm telling you, getting that first one out of the way. You know, beginning of the game was a little weird, right? Going into it, a little slow to begin with, but I think it ended well. I think it being first game of the year, a lot of these guys getting out there before preseason and getting to play together the way we did, and having some of the fellas back too. I think it ended well. Defense played solid, I believe. We had 2 interceptions or a couple fumble recoveries. I think it was great. I think it was great just to get us all back on the field. I'm excited for the year. I really, really am. I think there's a big focus on what we need to do. I think as a team, we know what we're going to do. There's a lot of positive energy going through it, right? So I feel actually really, really good about this season.
Ruben, tell me about your game day experience today. First game back at Levi Stadium. What happened? Who was with you? How did you guys celebrate?
Well, my first game day experience coming back, just to be here alone, we flew back this morning. I didn't think I was coming to the game because there's so much going on, but it was awesome. Got to come with the family. I got my daughter here, Natalie, my wife, Suleika. The experience of getting on the field, seeing everybody, getting into the vibe. Actually, my highlight of today was meeting the Make-A-Wish, Damien Alcantar. I think what I know was my favorite moment of the night, being able to meet somebody from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, but him being able to join me and take pictures with him and get to know him a little bit. And I got to meet his parents and his 2 little brothers. I believe the mom had 2 little brothers that were cute. And also that I got to bark with him. We got to bark together. And, that was awesome. That was my highlight of the night, was being able to be part of that. Well, and another thing, too, is like we do these videos and whatnot. That's just me being who I am at home and whatnot, and being able to put smiles on people's faces I'm glad that I'm able to do that, because it wasn't expected to happen this way, but it's going on that way, and that's just me being at home. Ask Suleika. She knows. She deals with me every day. But if I can put a smile on people's faces, then I've done something good for the day.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit of football. Right. First game of the season, Monday Night Football. It took the 49ers offense some time to find the end zone at the beginning of this game, with Deebo Samuel fighting for that first touchdown of the night in the second quarter. But once he scored, how do you think the momentum shifted from there? What was the energy like in Levi Stadium?
I think the energy came back to what we left off with last year, right? I mean, I think everybody got back in that mojo, understanding we started clicking. Obviously, Deebo being Deebo. I mean, he cut that pass coming up on where he spinned off the corner, and he spinned off and he took off for another 10 15 yards up the field. You know, that was awesome. That set the tone there. I think Mason just did a terrific job tonight. I mean, killing it. Then we had some other awesome plays. It's good to see everybody out there.
The 49ers offense recorded 221 passing yards, 180 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Running back Christian McCaffrey was declared inactive right before kickoff, and third-year pro, like you mentioned, Jordan Mason stepped up for the contest. What are your thoughts on Mason and his performance from tonight?
Hats off to Mason, man. Thanks for stepping up. I mean, anybody. I mean, all the guys step up when they need to, obviously, when they're called upon, right? But, I mean, tonight for him to carry us on his back a little bit, you know, and open up the offense a little bit, which is our game, right? Run and pound and then go after it after that. It was awesome to see that. I mean, and then towards the middle of the game, I mean, he was unstoppable tonight. When you think about it, he tore it up tonight, Mason.
Do you have a nickname for Jordan Mason when he hits the field? Is it just JP Mason?
JB Mason. Watch out, she might be getting the casing. No.
I love it. Mason was the rushing yards leader of the entire contest with 147 yards. He averaged 5.3 yards per attempt. Another standout, Brock Purdy, his first game back from his first full off season. Ruben, how did he look to start out in his 3rd year in the NFL now? Can you believe it? His 3rd year?
3rd year. It feels like it was just yesterday, right? Brock being Brock, you know, it's fun to see him out there, right? I mean, like I said, the beginning of the game was a few, we started out a little bit slow, but seeing the field, I think, a bit better towards, once we started opening up the runs and getting up, he got some nice passes. He got one down to Kittle. We had a couple opportunities, too, with Ayuk, and that one in the end zone was a beautiful throw. Right. That was a dime. And then, too, we had Juwan Jennings. Jennings had some nice catches, right? He was strong on some of those catches, too. And then, too, a lot of these guys were, getting their catches and then running for additional 5, 10, 15 yards on the field. I feel good about the season, honestly. I really do. I think we're going to see a lot of fun football for the next hopefully 20-something weeks. So.
Feeling good about third year Brock Purdy? He's leveling up?
He's not only is he leveling up, but, he's coming in with all that experience that he's gained in the last 3 years. What could we ask? We can't ask for anything better than, what we've gotten out of it, right? He took us to the NFC Championship with Philadelphia last year, you're right? He took us to the Super Bowl. Come on. What more can you ask for? And the opportunity to be fans of this such great team is that's what we look for when you root for a team, right? To that opportunity to be able to cheer and have such a great team.
Purdy completed 19 of 29 passes for 231 yards on Monday night. The offense was on fire, so was special teams. Shout out Jake Moody going 6 for 6 on field goals and scoring 18 points on the night. But the defense really treated the faithful. Fred Warner forcing the fumble at the beginning of the game. Leonard Floyd taking down Aaron Rodgers. Demetrius Flanagan fouls with the interception. But Ruben, I want to hear what you think was the biggest moment of the entire night.
The biggest moment of the entire night was, I think, when we got that one deflection interception pass.
Yeah.
And we went into the end zone, and I saw everybody, just the excitement going into the game. That's the excitement, seeing them in the end zone and them getting excited about that. That's awesome. To me, that just brings that extra energy. To me, that just shows hey, we're having fun out here. You know what I mean? It's just, and I think it's just going to continue on throughout the season. I'm excited to see what these guys are bringing. I can't wait. I've been talking about it, but, I kind of keep a lot of that stuff to myself because I think people, and I don't want people to think that we're just, we're just a good football team that likes to win, right? And it's okay. It's nothing wrong with rooting for being number one.
I want to know your stat line, Ruben. How many barks did you average?
Today, I was asked to bark for about 10 seconds straight. I think that barked at least, it's almost as good as me breaking boxes pretty much today. No, I'm just joking. No, but I did bark quite a bit. And I'm not going to lie, I love to do it all the time. I know the fans were great to me today. They were asking, hey, Ruben, bark. And I don't mind barking, but then I don't want to get on people's nerves too, barking all the time, But you guys know me. I don't really care. I'll do it anytime you guys ask. I just appreciate the love. This is an awesome opportunity to be here, to be part of such a great thing. It's just fun, but I bark for anybody at any time.
Yeah, the faithful know you for the barking, but what other things do you do when you're excited to show that you're passionate about this team out on the field?
I get excited. What else do? I do push-ups. I get excited. I start running around. I start jumping. I start barking and doing push-ups together. They know they see me at home sometimes. I start I start jumping. I've been known for picking up a few people, too, and spinning them up in the air. Great memories. I can't control myself, and I think that's what it's about. It's about being yourself, getting excited in the moment, and being part of great things because, you can't hold back. If you're at a football stadium and you have a problem with people cheering, then something's wrong. You shouldn't be here. So.
No, seriously. Frank Gore was honored at halftime. I want to know your memories of Frank Gore and his legacy here in the Bay Area.
Man, Frank the Tank, man, he's put us through a lot of great games, a lot of great memories. I think, was it against the Saints when he had that open run? Being part of that whole Candlestick era, coming with Harbaugh back then, and then him baptizing. Basically, he came into Levi's, coming in here and doing what he did best, and he has a lot of great times, a lot of great memories. He made a lot of people better because of his, who he was as a player. But I think by far with that open run he had, I'll never forget that. He was just wide open grunt. Frank Tank was just running like you wouldn't believe. I know he was tired after that run, but he would carry the team on his back at times, and great memories.
Awesome. Well, that will do it for today. Happy Victory Monday, faithful. Make sure you stay tuned to First and 10 presented by Cisco for all the latest updates and analysis. Ruben, thank you for joining me today. Celebrate tonight, yeah?
And thank you, faithful, for having me on. I appreciate it. Bang, bang, now and again, baby. It's a new season, and we back.